Figured I'd get on here and make another video about my last video that I pissed all you people off. Not all of you. Most of you understand where I'm coming from on it and get it. Some of you, you're living in the past and you're divisive. You say, because I make you mad. Purpose isn't to make you mad. The purpose is to open your eyes, make you think. I invoke a emotion from you. That tells me you're not dead. That's good. And there may be a chance for you. Maybe. See, throughout history, what do we had? We've always had this elitist class and then everybody else. Well, but you got all these little guys in between. The little guys that want to be in charge, be in control, have an ego issue, have to feel important. And you're supposed to bow down to them because they're bullies. You know, we have a constitution in this country. And law enforcement and a lot of other people violate that constitution every single day, all day long, and they don't care. The biggest thing is when it comes to your Second Amendment and spying on you. They don't have a right to spy on you. It says so right there in the Constitution. You're to be secure in your person, paper, and things and stuff. They don't have the right to spy on you, but they do. I don't agree with it at all. Neither do you. Oh, have you got nothing to hide? Oh, you don't? Well, then you're part of the problem, aren't you? With an attitude like that. You see, most of us in the whole world, not just here, but the world, we agree on more things than we disagree about. But you're going to let a few little things set you off. Instead of using some rational thought process and say, let's see. Well, I can understand that, and I can understand this. And my point being in my video was, we don't have a class of people up here that are the heroes. Everybody is. God created man. They're all equal. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. Doesn't matter your sexual preference. It doesn't matter your sex. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. You are created equal. Man comes in and all of a sudden he wants to take himself and elevate himself above everybody else. Give him special rights and special laws when there are none. And that's what the problem is. Some people have this elitist attitude about themselves. Oh, I did this, I did that. You're living in the past. You're a bully and you're a tyrant. You like that power you have, or you think you have, or you thought you had. You think I'm putting down law enforcement? You think I'm putting down the firemen and the nurses and all these people? No, I'm not. I'm trying to get you to recognize there's a lot of other people out there that keep these people in a position of that where they're at. Like I said, it wouldn't be nurses and firemen and police and military. It wasn't for everybody else out there supplying them and building things and making things. they wouldn't be any different than anybody else, would they? A lot of unsung heroes. But you take it personally because you can't critically think. You can't accept the fact there's a lot of people out there. Look, if you're in the military, you know you have a supply chain. And if you didn't have that supply chain, you'd be out in the middle of an ocean or in the middle of a battlefield or something, screwed. If somebody wasn't supplying you. And who's supplying them so they can come and supply you? Oh, that's right, the guy sitting on his ass, drinking a few beers in his t-shirt. The guy that doesn't have that education because he's an idiot and he's stupid and he doesn't deserve anything because he's dumb. Because he's not smart like me. That's the guy that keeps you out there. That's the guy that keeps you employed. I want people to take this video and I want them to send this son of a bitch to everybody they know. And I want everybody to vote on this thing. You like it or dislike it. I want to hear people's opinion on this. I mean, I don't want people just to watch the video and go, no, yes or no. Send it out to all your friends. I want to hear them, yes or no. And I'll get you anything. By the time at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen? I'll have more yeses than you have no's. That people agree with this. I'm not divisive. I'm inclusive. Look at the message I send out. I'm trying to make you think. People that want to unsubscribe, fine. I don't want you here in the first place. Because you can't critically think. You're emotional. You know, you have, like, I go back to the Constitution. And I'm not even going to bring Hitler in this or nothing. But I'll bring in, like I did in another video, what did you do? That's right, the government. The body that is supposed to protect your rights. The justice system and the police that are supposed to stand up, and the military that's supposed to stand up for that Constitution that they took an oath to. That's right, you took an oath to a Constitution, not some damn person, not a man. You took an oath. Maybe you should go back and read that Constitution. Maybe you should go back and read the Declaration of Independence. What'd you do? What'd your forefathers do? They rounded up a bunch of Japanese that actually were born here. A lot of them were born here. A lot of them had citizenship. And you put them in some internment camp in World War II. These are your fellow Americans. And you put them in some internment camp because their eyes were a little different. Their skin color was a little different. If God was here himself, he'd tell you to your face what a hypocrite you are. He wouldn't be happy with you. You take an oath to protect the weakest and the meekest and the most vulnerable. And what do? You still think you're up here above everybody else because you're in the military. You're a cop. My God, I'm great. Really? You're better than everybody else? The laws made you better than everybody else, gave you special rights and all this and that? Satan did that. That's right. And if you're not smart enough to understand that, you go burn in hell with the rest of them. That's right, I'm chastising you right now. See, my message is, I don't want you to burn in hell. I want you to wake up. I want you to realize something. We're all in this together. We're all on the same journey. You know, instead of going out and doing what some stupid asshole tells you to do, you need to stand back and go, no, wait a minute here. This ain't right. Why are we doing this? You're supposed to protect the innocent, the downtrodden. You're supposed to protect them from the tyranny. But you can't see that, can you? Because obviously you're too evil and mind controlled. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. So if you don't like what I have to say, yeah, unsubscribe. If you like what I have to say, good. It makes you think. But you don't have to agree with me on everything. And that's good. That's called a debate. Ideas, ideas. Opinions, opinions. It opens your mind. And then it opens up possibilities. And people start going, huh, okay, yeah, I understand. And we move forward instead of backwards. Like Satan wants you to move backwards. He wants you to destroy one another, hate one another, kill one another. He wants to have class envy and class warfare and kill each other because of the color of your skin and the religion you belong to and because of the sexual preference you have. Instead of come together, he wants you to be divisive. The history has told us time and time and time again. House divided can't stand. God tells you, house divided can't stand. You cannot have God and worship something else. There can be one, and that's it. Look around you. Look what this world has become. Look where you're headed because of the government training centers. Listen to these idiots on the 6 o'clock news. 24-hour news. I mean, what the hell? Who needs 24-hour news? If something that bad happens, man, they'll break in on the TV, radio, whatever, and go, hey, listen, you need 24-hour news so they could brainwash you some more? So some people just sit there and that's all they watch? Fills their brain up with a bunch of craziness? So if I evoke an emotion in you, that means you're not dead. And that's good. But think about what I say. I'm not throwing anybody under a bus. Man, I'm pro-military. I believe we should give the military everything they need to go fight and succeed. Same thing with being a police officer or a doctor or a fireman. They should have the best equipment there is. But when you're in the military, and the police, you got to understand, you've got more of an authority position here, and you need to back up and look around and go, wait a minute here. I took an oath to the Constitution. The Constitution says this, this, and this. Government's restrained in this and this. It's just like gun rights. Are you going to go knocking door to door, taking people's guns? Look what they did down in Katrina when it happened. Get the hell out of here. We're going to evacuate martial law. They busted into people's houses, took their guns out of their houses. They didn't have any warrants. They didn't have any right. Oh, we had martial law. Well, bullshit. No such thing. You cannot just walk in, blanketly take everyone's rights away because you chose to do so because, it's an emergency. No such thing. You have individual rights in this country. Individual, not blanketed. Not one fits all. Individual. You'd be the first complaining about it. You'd be the first person complaining. Oh, my rights are violated. They're not treating me fair. You'd be the first one complaining. I watched that video. Sheriff's guy standing there, two big burly guys. Old lady, oh, you got to go, oh, yeah, I got one. She comes walking out, holding the thing by the handle like this, pointing down. And they busted that screen door and went in there and tackled her, beat the crap out of her, and she's like some 80-year-old woman. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you animals? Because someone said to go do this, you go do it. You violate the Constitution. You violate that woman's rights. You violate everything. God's law, the whole 9 yards. And you go home, and I'm proud of myself. I did a good job. You should have looked in the mirror and been ashamed of what you saw. It was time for a reevaluation. That's what you should be doing. Evaluating your life. Anybody that wants to pull this class warfare shit should evaluate their life. We're all equal in the eyes of God. No one better than others. We're all sinners. I could go on and on about this. I could get really nasty if I wanted to, but I've been nice. But like I said, send this out to all your friends. Everywhere you can know. Just send it out. I'd like to see yeses and nos. I mean, people that agree with me and people that don't agree with me. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me why I'm wrong. Like I've said before, who protects you? Us, the civilian, the civilian people, from the tyrants, from the government. Who protects you? Oh, we're protecting you. We're the government. We're here to help. We're here to protect you. Yeah, and who's protecting us from you? Just like the Indians. Well, we're here to help. Yeah. We'll move you over here. We'll kill a bunch of you first, and then we'll move you over here on this land. And then, oh God, that land's got oil on it, or gold and shit. Well, we better move you over here to this over here where it's just totally desolate. Nothing there. Now, if we find something we want, we'll move you again. You ever heard the old adage, Indian giver? Yeah. The way some people think just disgusts me. You're self-centered. You don't give a crap about anybody else. Oh, but I'm wrong. Then your actions should speak so. Oh, I've done this, I've done that. Yeah, you've probably done a few good deeds in your life. The devil loves his children too. If we're all as good as you think you are, man, we wouldn't be talking right now. We wouldn't have any problems at all in this world, would we? It'd be a utopia. Yeah, I'm going to sign off before I keep going there.